in the world of toys. Boxings, museums, reviews and reviews. Mythic in the world of toys. Unboxings, museums, reviews and reviews. Mythic in the world of toys.
Swig, where are you? Where are you? I'm here, master, I'm here. You did some mistake. What happened with the magic fire? We need the magic fire, don't forget that. Don't forget the magic fire. Where is our prisoner? He's here. You can do that, Arizak, Yes, I can. I'm most powerful. Stop it, Arizak, I'm here. Really? Take him. No, you little girl can do nothing, really? You can do nothing against me now! Oh, yeah, we start to fight the magic fight, yeah! Take that, Samir! Take that! Oh no, my magic staff! No! No! Yeah, you are our prisoner! You both prisoner of us! Ha 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 ha!
Into a magic war. And if you love legions, you love my guest in my show tonight. He's an awesome guy. They love bulldogs, British bulldogs like me. And he's one of the 4 Horsemen in the 4 Horsemen studios. And today is the episode number 5 with my guest, the one and the only, Cornboy. CB.
Very good. Bravo. Bravissimo.
Thank you. I am very happy to have you back because I told many times for everybody in this community, I told that also with Eric, I love Mythic Legion because of you, because my first interview with you put me inside this world and I'm going crazy for this line. So I love you, man. I'm very happy to have you back and you looking great.
Thank you very much. Love you too. Glad I can be back.
I hope one day also to meet you in person. So let's see, because
you got to come over to Legions Con in November.
By the way, I had a dream yesterday to be a Legions Con with my girlfriend, that she's not nice. A collector. She doesn't care about figures. So it was a little bit upset, like in the real life, actually.
There's plenty to do out here in New Jersey, though. So
yeah, New York
she'll be entertained still.
Yeah. I need to feel the only problem that to me to understand every year to understand if I can be on Legions Con could be only about 1 month before, because my artistic gig start in January around September and October, and depends of the money I can get in those years to understand what I can do, and also because there is another things to discover. Because last year I was selected as a YouTuber to be a New York Toy Fair, but at that time to me it was not easy to be there about my passport, about other stuff. So only on October I will discover if I will be on Toy Fair, because if it will be on Toy Fair, maybe it will be difficult to me have the money to do two travels. No? So let's see. It's only money issue. So
well, if you come out for Toy Fair, and did you say October, New York Toy Fair?
No, not New York Toy Fair. On October will be the selection from the
I see.
as a YouTuber. But Toy Fair
I was
will
going
be
to
on
say,
March.
I New York Toy Fair in October, but now I understand.
Yes, the Toy Fair will be March 2025.
Okay, right.
So, but Toy Fair New York is around the studio, so in some way I will do a little trip to meet the guys. So
Nice.
let's see. So I need to understand what happened, also because also my girlfriend will be with me, and I need to promise her that we will visit a little bit also New York. And I say, yes, we will visit only 2 locations, the Ghostbuster Firehouse and the Statue of Liberty, because Ghostbuster 2 take place on the Statue of Liberty.
Well, the Statue of Liberty you can get to from New Jersey. It's not too hard to get to from New Jersey, but like where our hotel is going to be for the convention is only maybe 30 minutes from New York City, so it's not bad at all. Okay. You just hop on a bus and you're there.
So let's see. Depends of these different elements, but as a something, because for example, right now my brother has a trip about 20 days in California, in Utah, and Arizona. I know I have friends there in Utah. I believe it's Nate Birch. I think I'm right.
Oh yeah, Barch.
Nate Barch, and yes, my pronunciation sometimes is really weird.
That's fine. Like I grew up with the first name of Hurstel, and then Eric, which is normal, but the last name of Mays, and through my whole life, my name was mispronounced. So I'm completely used to it, and I'm sure Nate is completely used to it too.
But Mays to me was Easton says Mays. Looks like Easton says Mays.
I always hear Macy or Maisie or something like that.
No, to me, immediately when I read your name, the first time that I called you for the first show together, in my mind was Eric H, because there is an H, Mays. No, to me it was a Barch. It's a little bit different because this consonant.
Baertsch. It looks like it's Baertsch or something like that, but it's actually Nate Barch.
Barch. And Nate, by the way, is another friend that probably has 5 episodes of the show on the channel as well.
That's awesome. Nate's a great guy. Like absolutely just the salt of the earth. He's the best guy you could imagine.
Yeah. He's a true artist. So to me, it's interesting because I have many friends also in California, Shartimus Prime or Brian Flynn. And my brother goes in those states right now in his road trip alone. He sent me picture of Las Vegas, Arizona. Today he was in the Grand Canyon.
Wow.
So, alone, he started from California, I believe, Santa Monica, and then go to Nevada, Las Vegas, Arizona. He has a good.
Wow! How long is he here?
He was last Sunday. He started last Sunday. He's still there until next August 28th, I believe.
Wow, he's really getting around.
Yeah, he loves. But I told you a story. Me and my brother, we are strongly U.S. Culture in some way because, for example, I love U.S. writers, movie from U.S., action figure stuff, cartoons, everything from U.S. So we have, since when we are kids, we watch movie made from U.S. So we have, show you, for example, today, he remembers a scene of Christmas Lampoon Vacation with Chevy Chase, no?
Yes.
When he watched the Grand Canyon for just 1 second because he was in trouble. He repeated the same scene to me with a little video today.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm happy for him because I saw him really happy now because we love America. We are more Americans than Italians because I don't like. We both don't like Italian movie writing, music. So it's interesting that.
That's probably blasphemous there in front of your girlfriend, right?
Yeah. But now he hasn't a girlfriend. He split with his girlfriend a little bit, so he take a breath. Also because in US he looks like really happy now. But now because maybe the people say now Mr. Alan, as usual, is random with his guest. He is a great guest. He doesn't talk about Mythic and Cosmic. What happened? So let's try
I
to
like
be...
just talking about random stuff. And
yeah, I'm random, absolutely random. I love do random because it's more authentic, no?
Yep.
Also because I do this show, and there are guests like you that come back over and over in the show, no? It's like it's a way to me to meet a friend, honestly, no, now, because it's just to have an update of our for both lives, our stuff that we love. So I think it's cool that also in some way. Also because me and you, we have something in common. That's not only the love for action figure, because it's music.
Yeah.
You love music. I saw a younger CB with long hair, like a heavy metal singer. Which type of music did you play at that time?
It was hard rock, heavy metal, hair band type stuff. Yeah, it was fun. It was, the high pitched screaming stuff like AC/DC and stuff like that.
And today
I had powerhouse vocals when I was younger. Don't have so strong vocals now, but
you have a good voice, I believe, because sometimes you sing a little bit in my show.
Oh, yeah, I guess I do.
Do you want to try to sing the Mythic Legion song? I
only know the Find Your Legions, that part.
You find your legions. It's another tone, man. You find your legions when you got your factions. You find emotions into a magic war. So do you want to try?
I don't know. What was the third line?
I put I have an idea to be...
Okay.
So let's put in the screen the text, the lyrics. So the text is you.
I'm on my phone, so I'm not sure that I'll be able to see the lyrics, but we'll see.
I put in with a big stamp. No, what is the big? When you do the big letter in English, no, there are
the large font.
The large font, yeah.
Yeah.
You find your legion, because the words are you find your legions when you got your faction. No, because there's no legions. Speaking of mythic legions, actually, because if we talk about cosmic, we need to do. No, it's not legions, not faction. You find your legion when you got your faction. You find emotions into a magic world.
So you find emotions into a magic world.
Is big enough?
Yeah, that's when you got your faction, you find emotions in a magic world.
Yeah, there is an H plus because I written 2 with THO is only TO. So I correct because I knew to now that I start to propose my book in English when I saw an error. Come on, Alan, what are you doing? The spell is not correct. You need
editing yourself.
You need a beta reader only for 2 phrases. So maybe I do the first phrase, me, to give you the tone, the right tone, and you can.
All right.
Find your legions when you got your factions.
Got it.
Find emotions into a magic war. You find your.
Okay. You find your legions when you got your factions. You find emotions into a magic world.
You can
Something
sing
like
my
that.
song if one day I will be a Legion's Con, we
Yeah.
will do a duet together with the song. This should be really fun. I hope to don't be frozen. I'm frozen. No, it may be frozen now because sometimes I see CB Pro frozen in the. Oh, are you
Hold on a
okay?
second. Let me make sure. My Wi-Fi's on.
No. I believe we are both on. Okay, I believe.
We're both good now.
I think it's fair also because last time when I did the show with Eric was my Wi-Fi in trouble. No, I was frozen sometimes. So
I see.
now we are both good, man. No problem.
Okay.
I told that last time I was frozen me during the show with Eric. No, so it's a mutual exchange of frozen and. So like that, looks like that not only in Italy we have a really bad connection. And by the way, at 3 a.m. and 21st and 21 or 21st in the night, sometimes looks like a slow connection, etc. But tell me something more about your music stuff because interesting. How start your passion about music and singing? Tell me something about it.
When I was growing up, my brother just kind of fed my interest in music because we shared a bedroom and it was bunk beds, the one bed on top of the other. And he would constantly play his rock and roll in there. And it would just, it was fantastic. It was something that I really loved. And I was singing the whole time that he was playing that stuff. And, I eventually decided, I wanted to start a band. And that was probably, I don't know, 16, 17 years old. I started a band. And what I kind of did was I reached out to guys that were already in bands and I kind of stole them from the bands they were already in. I had them come over to practice and we jammed a little bit and formed bands like that. And it happened a couple of different times where, I found out that there was a really good guitar player and our guitar player happened to be leaving the group or something. So I'd go and have them come try the band out and end up getting a new guitarist, stealing them from another band. But,
Yeah.
We got to play around a lot of Indiana and Ohio, a couple of different states, and it was all covers. But I really wanted to do original music, and we had written a few things here and there. I was in 3 or 4 different bands, so I don't know exactly. I don't know that the band would have been good with like the kind of music that I was writing, but I was trying to get them to do more than just covers, and it didn't seem to be happening. So I decided to go a different direction and eventually ended up in toy design.
But when you read the music at the time, you use some instruments. For example, when I written my songs, because actually my life as an artist, when I was a kid, my first passion was drawing. But then I go to music. I become professional in music. I touring at the time with important music band in Italy with my songs in Italian. So, but I written song mainly with piano and sometimes with guitar, but especially piano. Did you use an instrument to written song at the time?
Myself, I could only play bass early on when I was playing music, and I would have other musicians come in and play. Like there was a guy that I knew that played keyboards, and he helped out stuff. And there was a guy who played guitar that wrote a lot of the stuff with me, and I was just doing the vocals. And
So you have for example, just to understand your way to create, because I'm curious for that. For example, the guitar player play the harmony, and you create
Yes.
the theme of the vocal, no, the
So,
vocals,
so the
the
way
line
that,
of the voice, no.
the way that things went is we would get together and he would come, like if we're talking about the guitar player, he would come and have a few different melodies or something in his head and like play them on the guitar, and I would record them while that we're doing this, and then I would use that to go and kind of write a song around it. And the songs, let me get this straight, the songs were terrible. They were really crappy 80s hair band heavy metal stuff, so they were terrible songs, but I was trying. And I would come back with lyrics, and then we would, play the song as a band with the bass player and drummer, and we would write it that way. Like we'd finalize it that way.
So at the time when you do that, when you think about the young CB at the time, the young Eric actually, when he was in the band and played with the band, and when he thought about the future, what is at the time your future? You think about at the time, music was the landscape of your future at the time.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to be a rock star. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to get on stage, and we did. We were able to get on stage and rock the house, but it was bars and smallish nightclubs and stuff. There was nothing, no stadiums or anything like that.
But everybody start with a small club because it's the beginning. It's natural, no? Also the people. For example, I started like that because I started the first time I go on stage and singing, I was 13. But I started to go serious on music on 16, and writing a lot. I started touring really young, maybe too early. And I started to I was a more like a single artist with a band, but the show was called Alan, and then Alan Magnetti, my full name.
Yeah.
But the turning points was when I started to become a friend with popular Italian artists, pop artists, and they allow me to open their concert.
Wow.
So because of that, I sing in my song that is called, the translation in English, the title is The Fly of Phoenix, the bird Phoenix.
Right.
And it is a song about the nature of an artist, no? And the theme was that because an artist put everything of his soul, his mind, when he feels something. When you feel something, you do everything for that.
Yeah.
It's like the phoenix that go to the fire. So you almost kill yourself for your emotion, for your passion, but you rebirth to do the same things again, and again. So that was
I mostly wrote songs about comic books.
The only song that related our world of toys are the Mythic Legion song that they did. So because of Mythic, I started to do something with music. And the Power Con song, I did 2 songs about action figure with Shartemus Prime on drums. He's a
nice,
great friend of. I love Shartemus.
He's a good dude.
Yes, a good dude. We to do together really good stuff. Also, if we live in 2 different countries, and so he recorded the drum, and I put together everything. So it was fun.
Wow, that's cool.
But I understand when you mean my dream at that time was become a rock star. In my case, more a electric pop star.
Yeah.
Because my shows, and now my girlfriend is in the kitchen, she will be upset. Was unique because it was show like a story,
Yeah.
So I change outfit during the show. I have many girls that play violins, dancing. So it was a show like that. It was every person on the stage as a character, including the violinist. Everybody has a role in the story of the show. So I was a storyteller before to become a storyteller as a writer.
Wow.
Because I started writing to forget the music business. I do music professional for many years, and I start to struggle to find a label that trust in my job. Everybody told me your music is good, is interesting, but there isn't a market for you because you change genre of music in each song.
Oh.
Come on, it's not like a soap to clean your dish, your music.
Yeah.
It's not just market, it's art. It's the reason why today the Italian music is dead. It's nothing interesting today. There's nothing.
Really?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Huh. Yeah, you would think that if you change genres from song to song, that would garner some interest. But I guess, thinking about it, I guess it wouldn't. It wouldn't
goal,
in the marketing aspects of things.
Yeah, but my goal was to don't repeat myself over and over with the same song. Was like a research also for the sounds, because also I use at the time digital stuff like Pro Tools. So when I go to the studio, I went to the studio at the time. I orchestrate everything, the parts. I written the parts for each instrument, also with the help of the computer, not because the computer you can create a line for different instruments. Only we play with keyboards and those expanders, these digital sounds that you play with the keyboards. You can play drums. You can just to do the first version of the song, and then the real musician then play stuff that they do before, the drum, the bass, everything. And they published only one song in 2014, because the philosopher that worked with me, because in my music album has many special guests, popular Italian artist, musician, TV anchorman, because they work also in TV in Italy.
Wait. Well, I'm sorry. Can you back up just a second? You had a TV anchorman in part of your song?
He read a poem in the
really?
song. Yeah, because this TV anchorman, I worked with him as a guest in his show. I played the piano, stuff like that.
Interesting.
So because I work also in TV in Italy with this anchorman. He's a friend of mine today. But my big problem was find a producer, but my producer was really lazy at the time.
Yeah.
Was really bad for that. I finished to produce my novel by myself. Fun fact, during the interview with you, my girlfriend actually is in the kitchen, like there, and she doesn't understand English really well. But when I say the words girls, because he told my show, he sent me a message on my phone and said, "You're so fixed about that because you spell that every time." So she's upset. I told her also, do you want to meet CB? No, I'm an injury because of my ankle. She's awake at 3 a.m. So,
wow.
And now she sent me another message. She says in the message, "Stop it," because she's
don't talk about me when I'm not there.
Yeah, exactly. But she's there. She's like that. She's like there in the other room.
Yeah. Tell her I said hey.
Hey, Barbara, do you want to say hey to CB? Barbara?
She's being silent now.
She sent me. Actually, she murmurs, not a really good word to me. Oh, this is a super random show. Let's see the comments in the chat. Trevor Williams. Oh, so let's put the comments on the screen.
Hi, Trevor.
For minutes. All Music Fan. Shout out All Music Fan is a solid fan of the channel. Thank you, All Music Fan. 1-6 Shooter. I'm still waiting to be your guest in your show, Trevor, since 2021.
What's he mean by that's how you do it?
Maybe is something about our probably our stuff that we do live. I don't remember in which moment he puts the comments.
Gotcha.
He says also still the best. Sean Arms. I'm Mr. of Toys. Thank you. All Music Fan. We have also Curb. Thank you guys to enjoy the show. Don't forget to share on social media, because this channel is close to 10 million views. So come on, guys.
Wow.
Share the videos. About subscriber, I'm let's see how I have 23,600 subscriber.
Wow, crazy.
My goal is go. Thank you, CB. My goal is go to 100K. So let's see.
Of course, yeah, at least.
Yeah. But now I slow down a little bit because I'm really busy to writing.
Yeah.
And actually, my last novel. So we go random. I want to share with you something. Let's see. Hold on. Because probably I never show you my books to you, my friends. So I want to share with you all the books they published so far in Italy. But one of them will be one of these will be available also in English, but only as a Kindle format.
I see.
You're the only other guest I showed before my books is only Pixel Dan when he was my show.
My girlfriend, I am a somewhat of a reader. I read a lot of comic books, but I'm a little bit of a reader. But my girlfriend is an avid reader. Like books are her life almost. So
this one is
excited about this.
The cover will be this, and this is the last one. In English, the title is You, the second person. And this one will be available coming soon. Actually, the English version is ready, but my publisher select. But it's the probably I hope in September that will be available in English on Amazon in Kindle format only.
Okay, let me know when it's ready, because she'll definitely want to download it.
Perfect. This one is interesting, not because it's mine, or also because it's mine.
Yes. Yeah, but specifically because it's yours, but
because it's the first book of a trilogy. And that also the other book are already done, are ready to go. And is written in the second person. So when you read the book, you go inside the book as a character, as a protagonist. And in the story, will be different topic of the story. The first one, why you, for example, CB, Eric Cornboy, why you are in the book as a protagonist. Why? And to discover the reason why you need to read not just one, but all three books of the trilogies. Do you want to meet CB? Come on, just a second. My girlfriend is here. Come on. Amemo.
Come on.
Say hello to CB.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm here. He doesn't see you if you don't.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Howdy.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Don't farmi vedere, okay. Hello.
She's beautiful, really.
Yep, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, I know.
You're a lucky man.
I love her. I love her also because she is not easy live with an artist. They live only in the night. they spend 5 hours every day to writing. So
Yeah.
I love you, babe. Come on. She looks upset once again. Are you upset? Fine. Tonight is more like a there is
silent
a
treatment.
comments by Laura that says vogliamo incontrare la tua ragazza. So she says we want meet your girls. She's
My
speaking
girlfriend?
Italian. I don't know
Or
if she
yours?
your or mine, one of the two probably. Or
My
both.
girlfriend went over to one of her girlfriend's house because I'm doing this. So she said, okay, I'm going to go do something else on Friday night. So
yeah,
she's not
it's
here
a
right now.
beautiful Friday night, super random. So coming soon, this will be available. It's interesting because it's in the second person. So you go inside the book as a protagonist, and during the trilogy, you will discover why you, the reader, is the protagonist of the story. But also, meanwhile, during the story, you go inside the life of other 5 characters. Old painter, an old woman painter, an old detective, a baby like a 5 months baby that he doesn't talk, and a guy that work. Oh, I forgot the name of the light. What is the light on the top of the tower that helps the people that go?
It's a lighthouse. Are you talking about like a lighthouse?
Lighthouse, exactly.
Yeah.
So the other character is a guy that work in the lighthouse, and the last one is a girl that is a dancer in the disco, in the stuff. And each of these character is a big problem to solve. And your mission when you go inside them is also understand what happened to them. Now, why, for example, each of them forgot something really important about their life. And there is a reason why you go inside each of them, because if you pass through them, you will discover why you the reader, you are the main protagonist.
Wow.
So basically, it's a psychological thriller. If I rewind in 2019, I published this one. And this one is more of literary fiction. The title is Who is the Girl? And this is only available in Italian. And then I published before another trilogy from 2014 to 2015. This one is called in English Fragile's Dream. This one is The Game of Truth. And this one is in English, the name in English is Another Life. And this one became pretty rare. And the first novel that I ever published was in 2013 in Italian. The English titles should be The Tenant.
Oh, The Tenant. Okay.
Exactly. So this is my stuff, but this is just 6. Because, as I mentioned before the stream, 9 I'm working on my novel 41. And it's interesting how you mentioned before that you start to dream it to be a rock star, and then your artistic dream change in the toy business, no? Because an artist is a different metamorphosis, no?
Yes.
And to me, it's the same, because I was born, when I was a kid, my dream was I won't be an artist drawing, but my parents were against a school of art. They ruined my life, actually.
My parents were actually very, very welcoming of my artistic abilities. I was lucky growing up.
That's cool. And they don't trust so much. Also in music, the first obstacle was the the attitude of my parents about my music and show business. When I was on TV at the time, my father turned off the TV to don't see me on TV, for example.
Yeah.
So it was not easy. Only when I started writing, but I started writing because it was frustrated about music business, and writing is something that I love. I love because I forgot every problem, especially in the first draft. The first draft is like a dream. You don't know where the river going. You just follow the dream. But tell me how you, because I don't want to be a show that I just talk about myself like a monologue, no?
That's
I
okay.
have a beautiful guest, a beautiful friend, so I want to know how you switch from music to toy design. Tell me something, the switch, how start.
So it was when, like I said, when I was in Muncie, Indiana, and I was realizing that playing in a band is not what I wanted to do, because they wanted to just remain playing cover songs, and that was great. We had a blast playing cover songs, and like you said, the girls and the partying and all that kind of stuff. It was fantastic, but I really wanted to do original music, and nobody that I was in bands with was really all that into doing original music. So I was drawing while I was doing music, just as a kind of a hobby. And I was creating my own comic book, of course, having dreams of potentially doing something like that. And at the time, I didn't realize that toys were designed here in the US. I thought it was, I've said it before, overseas, like Taiwan, Japan, made in China. That's what you saw on all the toys. You get your toy and it has a little stamp, made in China. And I didn't know that the interesting stuff was often done here. And I eventually decided, when I was drawing, that I wanted to get into comic books and actually go for it and do that. When I quit the band I was working in, I was playing in, and I was working at a machine shop at the time. So my wife kind of pushed me into coming out to New Jersey to go to the Joe Kubert School. And when I did, I went for like a year and a half, and I was having a blast there. And I started working part-time at McFarlane Toys, and that was my dream come true, because I thought that wasn't even a thing. I didn't think that you could do work in the toy design industry, the design work here in the States. And when I found out about McFarlane Toys, that was blew my mind. And I got hired there working part-time, and eventually they offered me a full-time job, and I decided to go ahead and take it. My instructors at the Kubert School were like, go, don't worry about remaining here. I still had another year and a half to go. And they were like, nope, get out of here. And I started working full-time at McFarlane Toys, where I met Jim and Eric, and we eventually started our own company with we were working exclusively with Mattel for a while, and then we started branching out into our own properties, and here's where we are now.
Yeah, absolutely. So speaking of your own property now, I want to talk with you, share our personal opinion and about the new wave of mythic cosmic legions, actually. So like that, we can remember to everybody to pre-order right now on Horsemen.com, the new wave.
Horsemen.com.
Because like that, you do the better things to have the all-in, awesome price, and to support the family of Horsemen Studio. Because is like I told that so many times when I talk about Mythic. The quality and the amount of stuff that you got with Mythic Religious is impossible with that price, but in general to find in other place, honestly,
Wow,
because
thank you.
the attention of details, the soft goods, the accessories, it's like to have. I once again, when I talk about Mythic and Legions in general, I remember the first figure that I got, Kim Brondon. It was like when you're, for example, when I saw my girl for the first time, Barbara, I fall in
Yeah.
love immediately because she's beautiful. But for example, when I saw Kim Brondon, wow, it was mind blowing. Like I mentioned to Eric after our interview, it's like to the excitement about the cabal, the people of this community, when saw a new wave. No, imagine discovered all the wave in just one day. When you start to discover this line and choose which character, because I start to create a storyline for the stop motion. And maybe I show you that last time. This one is just work in progress because I'm now really busy. This is just the room on the top of the about 6 feet 8 inches tall tower for Samir.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see. Maybe like you can see the details a little bit. The details.
Yeah.
I carved each stone, like that.
Both inside and out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And also I try to do different frame for the window, no?
Yeah, that's cool.
But it's a long project, and now that I go stronger writing, I have less time. So I start to painting also these. These are the frame for the window.
Oh, that's cool.
Like to bronze effect. And for that, I start from zero. I never sculpted something. I never carved something, nothing, no. And actually, manual stuff, I was really bad. But I start because of this line and discover, because as a storyteller, I'm not a customizer because to me, the figures are perfect. I don't want to do more with figures, but I want to build an environment, no?
Yeah. We hear that a lot, that like this line, for some reason, it just brings out people's creativity. And I couldn't be happier at that because, I mean, the line itself is kind of built on people's creativity because, we could sell action figures and action figures would maybe do well for us. And we could sell action figures that are customizable and maybe they'll do better for us. I mean, at first we thought that was a good idea to make them customizable, but when people started customizing our figures and like actually printing new heads and new accessories, we kind of were standoffish a little bit about it. We kind of were questioning whether that was a good idea or not and whether we should stop it. And I'm glad that we didn't, because more and more you see people's creativity coming out in like their paint applications. People are learning to paint action figures from doing this, and they're customizing things in that, they sculpt them or they print them and paint them up and stuff. And we couldn't be happier about that. And then photography, the people are taking these things and just photographing these just spectacular images of them. So yeah, that couldn't make us happier.
And I think something that also, for example, an artist is a guy that starts with an idea, no?
Yeah.
And you don't know what can happen with this your idea, no? If it works. No. Also, if you will be lucky, if it's the destiny is because I believe in destiny, in fate and destiny, because sometimes I push hard, for example, myself for music, but in the end of the day, yes, it was popular for a while. I sung in front of thousands of people, but it's easy to lose everything, especially in show business.
Sure.
And then I switch myself to writing and also in YouTube because you find another way, because you need to be lucky, not just good. The talent is not enough, In my opinion, the Legends line, also figure obscura, about your project, your project as a studio, etc. I think that is like when you create a new story, new book, and you don't know what happened. You know that there is a good material, good art, high level. Also, if you do high level stuff, that don't mean that you will be successful with that, because there's many things, many obstacles that you need to pass through,
Yeah.
But in my opinion, Legions is a perfect example. If you decide to do something different, something new, because we saw many times in this business, but like also in the movie business, in every business, they redo over and over. They refresh old franchise, basically, because it's more easier. Speaking of marketing, like do the same genre in an album, is the easy way to find a way to live with your job, your art.
Yeah.
So
the D23 convention just happened, and almost everything were sequels. There was almost nothing new.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So do something new is also take your risk, because you don't know what happened. You need to build something from zero.
Yep.
You with Eric, with Jim, and everybody in this family, you start like that. But now you build something successful that it become bigger and bigger, because it's like to be a. I met, for example, Tim Burton. You saw maybe in the intro, and I have a little conversation with him. And Tim Burton is another visionary. Basically, an artist is a visionary that trusts in his vision, and maybe in the beginning you struggle to find someone that trusts in you, But if you push, you find if your stuff is good, you find someday the feedback that you deserve, You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean we've had quite a few projects that have, just barely scraped by, and that did okay, didn't do badly, but didn't do spectacularly enough where we'd be able to put a lot of money back into them. Seventh Kingdom, Gothatropolis, Magma Core, things like that. But when we did Mythic Legions, it just struck a spark in fans. Like, people saw it, and it started in the first Kickstarter. It seemed to go pretty well. Like, people were really excited about it, and as we continued to go along, the second Kickstarter was even like astronomically better. And since then, I mean, just every wave, it seems to get exponentially better, and people are coming on board more often. All the time in the Cabal, I see people going, "Hey, I'm new to Mythic Legions, and where do I start?" and all this kind of stuff. And that's just fantastic.
Yes.
And not from a money standpoint. It's just like, I'm a geek, so I love the idea of more and more people being really into a toy line. That's fantastic.
Yeah, but also as
my toy line is
but
super
also because
cool.
It's more than, in my opinion, is each figure you see the art behind this line,
Yeah.
The storyline, but also the design. So it's art. It's not just a toy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And as an artist, when you see more. It's like when someone read my book and he told me, I love the story, I love the ending, seeing some stuff. It's something. It's something. It's like when you do art, you do love for everybody, and when someone loves your job, it's like you receive love. It's something that feel you better. This is more. It's not about money. Yes, if you have a good money, you are able to live with something that you love. Okay.
Yeah.
But beside that, is about people that trust in you, trust in your vision, in your project, in something that you believe and you put a big effort behind.
Yeah. It's like you get to, like, I get to create toys for a living, which is my dream come true. And then when somebody else appreciates the work that we're doing, that's, that's the icing on the cake. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And now let's talk about let's see a stop motion to introduce another topic. Let's see.
Okay.
We are not in the rice season, but the figure is awesome. So I want to share with you this first stop motion to introduce another of your lines that I like so much.
I'm inside a castle, a so strange castle, a little bit creepy. There's no one right here. I need to find a way to go outside, and I don't want to stay there. I don't know. There is a door. There is a door. It's open. There we go. No, it's closed, but what happened? What happened? It's unouted. Oh, take a look. Take a look. This grandfather clock. It's creepy. It's weird. No, there is something weird. No. Please. What happened? No, a blood. The blood. What is the blood? What is this blood? I don't know. What is? Oh no, please no.
So,
Mask of the Red Death. That's awesome.
Figura obscura, all awesome in this line, my friend. It's
Thank you very
something
much.
I like so much because, and it works really well for different reasons, because with this line, you touch literature that I like because I'm a writer. You touch culture is another way to open the culture of the people, no? I think it's the first line that put together toys and culture, no? Because to go back to discover the classic, because I think there are many people that maybe love the toys, love the line, but maybe they don't know Edgar Allan Poe. Maybe they didn't see the awesome movie with Vincent Price, for example. And because of that, you watch those movies, you read that book. And this is culture. Is a big project, in my opinion, for that. I think it's another level again with Figura Oscura, because you do culture also, not just because to awesome figure, but it's not only an awesome figure, it's not only an awesome toy line, because it's another way to remember to the people that read books and open your mind with culture, with your watch good movies, also old movies is really important in my opinion. And you explore the classics with this line, and I like that. And sometimes you discover something that you don't know. For example, I wasn't familiar with the Monkey King, but we saw that, you say, what is this character? And you do research. It's interesting, this process, no? It's another level again. So
the Monkey King is a character that we've wanted to do for a long time. It's been years we wanted to do it. And this Figura Obscura is the place to get that in, because, these characters don't fit into Mythic Legions or Cosmic Legions, but the parts that are used in Mythic and Cosmic Legions work very well for some of these other characters that we're doing with Figura Obscura. I mean, we've introduced some new parts to these, but the parts that came from Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions work really well with Figura Obscura. So our whole idea was, these characters do not fit anywhere in the Mythic or Cosmic lore. They're outside and they're in their own universe, and we want to use kind of like literature, pop culture, just any culture, to create these characters. And we wanted to create a whole different line. It wasn't the idea initially to create a whole different line, but we thought, this is really popular. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and create a new line that maybe these characters don't fit into Mythic or Cosmic, but they can go with Mythic or Cosmic. You can put them on the shelves next to, any of the Mythic characters or the Cosmic characters, and they kind of fit right in. So the next figure Obscura, I think, is going to be my favorite so far. I can't really reveal what it is, but man, it's super cool. It's going to be good.
Can't wait,
People are gonna be happy.
can't wait to discover. Let's see if you try to discover what is my favorite figure obscura released so far, and then I will show you which one is my favorite.
I mean, was it not Mask of the Red Death? You made
I love that one, but it's not my number one.
I would say probably the Headless Horseman.
Let's see. I show you the stop motion with my favorite.
Okay, let's see it.
I wear the chain, I fought to life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. You will be
That's super cool. He's your favorite, huh?
Yeah, because I love Ghost. Ghost is another type of character in overall that I like. I'm a big fan of the Christmas Carol story. I love also the modern version of Bill Murray, for example, the Scrooge of Bill Murray. I love that one was probably the way I discovered the Christmas Carol when I was a kid, because I remember that my first VHS was Scrooged with Bill Murray. And then I discovered Charles Dickens and everything. But I like Ghost. Ghost is something, for example, I can't wait to have those Ghosts of the Necronominous Wave, That one is, I know that the arrival is not so far from now, so I can't wait to have them in my hands and put together in my stop motion series and action. Actually,
I can't wait for the Necronominous Wave either, because for different reasons. I have 3 of the 4 Horsemen just sitting in boxes in my den over here, and as soon as Necronominous and his horse comes in, boom, it's all going on the shelf.
Do you have all the figures that you did with the studios?
I used to. Now, as we're going along, I can't keep collecting all the figures that we've done. There's just too many. Eric's cranking out so many figures, we can't keep up. But I have quite a few still at the studio. I was now I'm pretty much working from home because of COVID, because of surgery last year and different issues. So I'm pretty much working from home. I go in occasionally here and there, and I still have all my figures at the studio. And anytime a new truckload of figures comes in, one of the guys, either Diego or George or what's his name, Chris, or one of the guys there, they carry in a case to me and just leave it on my desk and don't say anything. They just leave it there for me to go through. And right now I've got a case of the last Mythic Legions figures sitting under my desk. I pulled one of the figures from it because I loved it so much, but the rest are sitting there, and I'm trying to decide what I want to do with them. They're either going to go in the free box at the studio so people can grab them and either display them or do customs with them, or who knows? Maybe I'll give them away at Legion's Con. I don't know.
Cool.
But yeah, I can't really. I'm only picking and choosing now. I can't really collect all of them. I have to pick the ones that I really like.
I'm similar because I'm pick and choose character that works with my story and with stop motion. So I have so far probably I'm around 70 figures probably. I don't recall the exact number, but around 70s. Actually, I built not only the stop motion series with the story, but I create a huge board game, role play game, like Dungeons and Dragons or Hero Quest in huge scale. The castle is because of that. And I built also a 5 feet 11 inches wide chess game because this game starts start like a chess game because my girlfriend, my lovely Barbara Goff, Miss Barbie in the world of Mr. Allen, she loves play game, Hero Quest and chess. So we go in my big toy room and we start the play start on the chess like a like a chess game, but with so many pawns, no? And then I put some magic rule that only magic character like Arzak, like Tarnog, only the characters that have magic powers can put a character in the opposite faction because it's white and black faction like chess.
Yeah.
Inside the castle with the huge tower and everything. And when you go inside the castle, you use the dice to escape the castle, and you can put so many member of your faction inside the castle and continue the game in the castle. No?
Wow, that's cool.
And this is only for my love, but she doesn't understand. Is a way to display my love. This game.
That's spectacular.
And by the way, the fireplace that you saw in the stop motion, I made it.
How did you make it? Like out of like cotton strands that were?
It was XPS foam. I built with XPS foam.
Yeah.
And but the fire, I used the hot glue. I sculpted the hot glue to do the flame.
Wow.
You know? And actually you can. I don't have the fireplace right here because it's in the toy room. But it's meant to be inside the tower room, the fireplace. But is swappable, is modular. So you can there is a magnet inside, you put inside the fireplace or not. I tend to do something modular to recreate different scene if I want, so in the custom.
See, that's like you have to come to Legion's Con because you will see people with tables that just have that type of stuff that you'll love.
Yeah, it's something that I wanna do. As I mentioned before, I need to understand if I need to do also toy fair, how many money I have, and what happened with my writing stuff. Because if everything goes well, in October will be published the second book of the trilogy in Italy. This is my novel number 7, and I will be also busy to touring to promote the book also. So
nice.
And the publisher don't pay. They give you something in the beginning, but don't pay you to do the touring. It's only on your shoulder, no? You know.
That sucks.
Yes, that sucks. And also, it's the reason why I'm seeking for literary agents, because with the literary agents, something we can change. But I want to try something. We speak before about challenge, vision, ideas. That maybe sounds crazy in the beginning, because an Italian writer that's seeking U.S. literary agents. Why you do that? Why? But because I think that my genre, I do literary fiction, but my stuff are especially thriller, psychological thriller, horror, paranormal fiction. This stuff is my world, especially as a writer. So there is more market in US than in Italy for that, especially if you
I
put
see.
paranormal stuff in the store,
Yeah.
And also because now we are also super random now because, but
It's
uh,
okay.
it's something that, like Brian Finn, every time they come back in my show, he told me, the reason why I love your show, because this is like that, random. We talk about everything, not just talk about
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
I have also people from Hasbro that come back on my show because I'm unique.
You definitely are.
Yes, because I had 2 times the G.I. Joe team on my show with Lenny and the Transformers team also.
Right.
I remember the last time the full team want to be on my show because of the song. It was fun. But I forgot what I told before. I told about my... yes, I remember now. For example, in Italy, be a writer is difficult to become a real job, no?
Yes.
Because Italy is smaller, the market is really limited, no?
Yeah.
US, there are websites with a list of agents, no? This is Baxter.
Yeah. Yeah. Baxter thinks he heard somebody at the door.
But is with you?
Yeah, he just ran out in the living room.
Okay, because I want to see, maybe after the show I want to see Baxter.
All right. Well, when he comes back in here, I'll try to pick him up. He's a fat ass, so I'm not sure I'd be able to do it. But
maybe you turn the phone. You turn the phone on him. My first ever dog was a British Bulldog.
They're awesome. They are a pain in the butt. They're stubborn, and when they go to poop, you sometimes have to wipe their butt because their butts are in the wrong place.
Also, with the pug, I have a pug now, like Eric. I have a pug. His name is Charlie. There's something similar I discovered between a British Bulldog and a pug. Speaking of the attitude, because the pug is like a little bulldog. Is smaller, but he has a big personality.
Yep.
He has a strong bond with the father, with the daddy.
Yep.
And the bulldog is the same.
Baxter, for some reason, like my previous bulldog, he loved everybody. He had like anxiety issues when there were too many people around, so he would start breathing hard and having trouble, so we'd have to put him away. And Baxter hates everybody. He loves me, but just about everybody else he doesn't like. Come here. Oh, come here, fatty. Let me see if I can get him up here. Oh, that's Baxter.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Here, get your face in there.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so cute. I love.
He's my buddy.
His beautiful body.
He's a good boy.
I love. Remember me a lot. My bulldog. What the name of my bulldog was Peter.
Peter.
Peter. He has two. Baxter is a white and brown.
Yeah.
He has both brown side in both eyes.
Yeah.
So it's like a Baxter, but with brown and brown in right and left.
I had a bulldog that was his name was Kirby, and he was the same as the bulldog you're describing, except his coat, the brown part, was brindle, which means it's like a mix, like almost like spotted or tiger stripes of black and brown, and he was beautiful.
How many years he lives, the Kirby?
Kirby lived for 9 years.
Well, he's a good age, probably.
Yeah, that's not too bad for a bulldog.
Yes, because sometimes they live only 6 years because they have this breathing problem, no?
Yep. Baxter's 7 now, and he's still spry, so I don't think that he's going anywhere soon.
Oh, that's good because I remember when I lost Peter, my British Bulldog,
Yeah.
was tough. Was tough
Yeah.
because this type of dog stay always with you. Also, my little guy Charlie is a pug. Is the same. Now he's in the bedroom with my girlfriend, but he stay with, when I'm writing. I thought before to start writing, I have a particular peculiar set when I'm writing. I have old situation with my old PC. No, I don't use this one. I have also a MacBook, but I use the MacBook also for the second draft. For the first draft, I use an old computer, and when I go in this situation, I see my seat, and around the seat there is Charlie, my pug. I have an assistant.
Nice.
And he stay around me side by side. He likes a lot stay in contact with you,
Right. Yep.
with your leg, for example, and sleep there. And the bulldog is the same. I discovered that in this way, these two type of dogs are similar. And when you lost this type of dog, is tough. It's tough.
Yeah, it was really hard. When I lost Kirby, it was pretty tough, and we lived at the time in a pretty open space. It was kind of like out in the country, and I couldn't like take him to the vet and have the vet dispose of the body. So I actually buried him in the backyard. I've never dug a grave before, but I dug a pretty deep hole to bury Baxter in, and buried him out there. And I would go out and say hi to him every once in a while.
Yeah, it's tough. To me, was like lost a part of myself. I rebirth only when I got my little guys, because I remember when he passed away, I start to find I decided to have a pug because I discovered the pug has a longer life.
Yes.
The range of the life of a pug is from 12 to 15 years. So,
that's good.
Because to me was really Peter died at 8 years old. It was tough. I want to find a way to don't think about maybe he don't live so much. So
yeah. Well, my first dog Kirby had a lot of issues. Like he had issues with breathing. Obviously, a lot of bulldogs do, and he had a lot of problems with like cysts and stuff that like the almost like tumors, but they're benign. They're not cancerous. So he had to have a lot of surgeries. Like he had, I think, 4 surgeries over his lifetime to have those things removed, and he had breathing issues and stuff. But he still lasted a pretty decent amount of time for a bulldog with problems like that. But Baxter doesn't seem to have any of those issues. He's a very like active and strong bulldog. So I don't think he doesn't have any breathing issues or soft palate or any of those problems. So I think he's going to stick around for a while.
Awesome. Because it's good when something happened that you see, it's like that you deserve also about the sadness moment you got with the Kirby before, no?
Yeah.
Because it's not bad. They are sometimes I say that the dogs are like an angels because they love you forever
and unconditionally.
Yeah. Maybe loves only you, like Bastard loves only you, but
he loves. He tolerates my girlfriend, and he likes my son Michael, and he likes my ex-wife, but everybody else he absolutely hates. He hates other dogs. We have another dog. It's a golden retriever, and he is upstairs, and Baxter's downstairs here with me. So he can't. We have to keep them separated
Come
because
on,
they
he's a
do not.
bull.
do
He's
not-
a bull. He's a strong personality.
Yes, he does have a strong personality. That's for sure.
Yeah. So now let's talk about a little bit the Cosmic Legion's recent wave. Try to discover which one is my favorite of
Oh,
the
those
recent
are
wave.
beautiful. My favorite is the mountain skateback Bungie. Oh, he's just like I like the first skateback, but this one it's really cool. I cannot
Yeah.
wait to get my hands on both of those.
Yes, these are really awesome. Really awesome. I like that. Also, is one of the take a look also for everybody because on the channel there are also many peoples that are new for Legions. So also this interview as a way to discover the line. Take a look those details.
This is a really good wave for people who are new to any legions.
Yeah.
It's just like Cosmic Legions. Like some people are like into Mythic Legions and they're not all that into Cosmic Legions. But I think this wave, I think it'll turn some people.
This one is beautiful. One of the of this wave that I like so much is also this cog. Or I don't know if my pronunciation is correct by call in cog.
Cord.
I like.
He's my second favorite. He's like a almost like a mandrill baboon crossed with a bison or buffalo. It's an insane ape-looking creature. It's so cool.
Yes, the Ascol. This Ascol is my favorite. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. All these lines.
Yeah, Eric's a genius. Like his designs and stuff are just phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talk about that during the interview with Eric also about story names. So guys, check it out. Those interview with Eric because it's really interesting.
Yeah.
But
the Thraxian Hunter is one of my favorites too. Like the armor plating on him, like the natural armor and stuff is just so cool looking.
Yeah.
Like when you think of aliens, that is not what you think of. And it's just a cool way of designing an alien.
Yes, the design is pretty awesome, but also the paint job, the details of the paint.
Our painters, Sherry and Cameron, and then you have Joe Vassapolo and you have Bill Mancuso helping paint out, and it just they kill it every time. And I just bow to them on their painting skills because I cannot get anywhere close to that level of painting.
Yeah, and also the addition of these soft goods, we start to see that also with the Lithia wave, by the way.
Yep.
And
that's because of CGESM. Like when we first started working with CGESM, we had them do stuff for us for Super 7. And we started, after we saw what they could do, we decided we should toss some of this stuff into Mythic Legions, and they've done a phenomenal job ever since. Well, Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions now.
Absolutely. So let's see another of these characters. This one, the Hylar Kryn, is correct my pronunciation?
Yep, Hylar Kryn. Yeah, that thing is cool.
Yeah. I like
again,
also
the soft goods there are just like you would imagine, like cloth being, a certain way, but I would never have thought to use that type of cloth on the character, and it just looks so good.
And also so many different ways to display the figure with those aspects as well.
Yep.
It's when I saw a cosmic figure, it's the same feelings like the Mythic, because when I saw Mythics, you like to see real character, not action figures, real character for a movie that you don't know about fantasy. The same for cosmic, because you feel something original and that comes from a brand new sci-fi saga, no?
Yeah.
I like that. I think it's like a form of writing, no? It's not easy. Do something new that looks familiar in the same time, no?
Yep. I mean, especially not easy to do something new.
Yeah,
Like to come up with something new and different is just, it's hard to be done nowadays. And Eric kills it every time doing it.
yeah.
But yeah, you're
So,
right. It's also like a sense of familiarity with it too. Like
yeah,
we're both huge fans of Star Wars, and you can see a little bit of that in like especially this character. You would imagine it on Tatooine.
yeah, yeah. So I can imagine that goes in a desert, in a moon desert, for example, no?
Right.
Also, this is a female character, and
Yep.
also the amount of accessories you got. For example, $37 you got head sculpt, a mask, interchangeable hands, weapons. So you don't pay the same for this quality in other
And a
stuff. You
shield.
know, it's absolutely beautiful. Also, this one. Yeah, yeah. You when you saw the figure, you understand why become successful, no? Because you see the quality.
Well, this is the unusual thing. The character in the I think it wasn't the first wave. Oh, it was the Ox Crew. The first Ox Crew wave. This character in that wave was one of the most popular characters of the wave. And we
Yeah.
didn't see that coming at all. We thought it would do okay, but maybe not just crazy good. But it was, if I'm right, it might have been the most popular character. But if not, it was definitely the top two. It was very well. It was very sought after, and I'm wondering if this one is going to perform the same way.
I think yes, because it's like to see a classic alien. No, you can imagine to be like you go in a planet, go in a tavern, and you can
Yeah,
see some guys like this one. They maybe is in disguise for whatever reason. No,
right. But that the skate back that you showed earlier is his skate back. So I'm looking forward to getting both of those and putting him on the skate back.
I like also. I like, and in the same time, I hope to see something similar also in Mythic. This set of accessories,
Right.
no, because we saw something similar with Figure Obscura, because we got the grandfather clock, for example. We got
Yeah.
the safe, and so I want to see something similar also for Mythic, because this stuff is really cool. Take a look also. The damage effect on this case, for example,
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think,
I'd love to see more accessories and more scenery, and maybe eventually big vehicles and big play sets, but who knows?
and everybody, take a look at the price for the only basically $300 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 7 figures with a big beast, with the big cog figure, a lot of details, soft goods, and also you got this beautiful Moto homage figure that is based on a custom. That's right, this one
Yep.
of
David Williams. He did a custom, and when we
David
saw
Williams.
that, we were just
Yeah.
like,
This is
how
another.
how do we top this? This is almost perfection. So we took that,
Yeah.
and we
Something that I like
obviously
also.
spoke to David about doing it at first, but we took that and produced it, and it's going to be an actual figure, and that's the first time we've done that. One of our fans has created a custom figure, and we've said, let's go ahead and make this thing.
This is something really unique also about the way how you do your job, no? Because this is the first time ever, for example, of this type of tribute of the artwork of one of your fans,
Right.
customizer. Oh, Barbara is coming back. No, she's escaped.
Hi, Barbara.
Don't worry, Barbara. You don't go on screen again. Go to the kitchen. However, I think it's the first time ever the people that you do something for a customizer, but it's not the first time ever that you do a tribute figure for someone that support the line, a customizer or member of the studios. And I think this is really because you do that several times. No, I think it's good because it's another way to say thank you, to the people that support you.
Absolutely. I mean, I hesitate to call Mythic Legions fans. They're not. I just don't like the idea of that because I'm a fanboy too. I love action figures. I've always loved them, and I see them more as like really good friends and family and compatriots. Yeah. They're into the same stuff that we are. They do a lot of the same stuff in the customizing, the paints, the photography that we do. So I hesitate to call them fans. I mean, I know they are. I know they're into, Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, Figura Obscura, and fans is the term that's used, but I don't really like to call them that.
Yeah, I agree with you because also I did also interview with some customizer also as well, and it's so big creativity, big talent, and also a way to do something that you love, no?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we we'll coin a new term here. We'll call it fanmily.
Yeah, it's like
FANMILY. They're fans, but they're also near and dear to us. They're family.
Yeah.
Fanmily.
A worldwide, by the way.
Yeah, that's amazing. And it's not just like the people are they're collecting our stuff worldwide, but they also come to New Jersey for our stuff. Like people come for Intern for a day and for Legions Con and for G-Con, and that's just astonishing to me.
Yeah, absolutely. When I saw, because also if I'm here, I follow what you do every year for Legions Con. I watch also some video of other fellow YouTubers to see the atmosphere, no? Because I saw the stuff, the beautiful dioramas, stunning, custom for many people, that many artists that do that, no? And I like that each of them try to do their version of this world, no?
Yes,
their
absolutely.
vision. So, like you helped me to do the custom, this is something really impossible to me before to love Mythics. It's the same for them. So it's a mutual push of each other's creativity.
Yeah, I love that.
Don't worry, babe. That is my girlfriend again. Don't worry. I don't call you. You can go to the kitchen because she's afraid that I call her once again to another appearance.
I would rather her be on screen than you. So sorry.
I know she's gorgeous. I know this. It's a typical beautiful Italian girl.
That's typical.
Yeah, because you, in general, if you think the stereotype of the Italian girl is a brunette like her, no? The stereotype, because is honest to tell you that it's difficult find a beautiful girl like my girlfriend. So I hope that like that she will be a little bit more happy.
Yeah. And she'll translate that to English and love you even more.
Yeah. In Italian, you should.
Translate that to Italian.
In Italian, Ti amo ancora di più.
And what does that mean?
I love you even more.
Oh, there you go.
I did translate for you. Sometimes I do. When Brian Flynn goes to my show, we go randomly after some cover of the. She passed once again. She like that. She wanna be in the show once again. Don't worry, babe, because in the future we will go to LegionsCon and you will meet CB in person.
There we go.
Because she's not a collector. I try to. She likes the figure because when I play with her with the chess game, I say, "Hey, stop! Wait a minute. Take a look, Arizak. Take a look. It's beautiful. The beard. Take a look at the soft goods, the lines on the face." And she likes it. She prefers the good guys. Also because I create my own story. And so only two factions. So in general, the knight are good guys. The orcs are bad, some stuff like that. The barbarians are good, so a little bit more basic, no?
My girlfriend, she's a little bit of a geek like me, and she collects a few of the Mythic Legions figures here and there, and they're mostly females. Yeah. And she doesn't really understand the whole concept of Mythic Legions or anything, but she likes the figures.
Yeah,
so,
no.
What more can I ask?
For example, to me, to share my passion for figures in general and specific for Mythic, I have this channel. It's the only way to share my passion because in Italy, there are people they're collecting figures, but looks like they are. They don't want to share that, no, because you will become a weirdo if you collect figures in Italy.
Yeah.
No? Yeah. Also, when I did, for example, when I did my touring for my book, I was also in some convention in Italy, but they are more for statue or specific comic books and video games, not so much for figures. I discovered that also in bigger conventions. So the only way to me to share this passion is do this show and talk with friends like you, and specific because Mythic is specific inside the world of toys. So I can do interview with people of the studio, customizer to share this passion because it's the only way,
Yeah.
So, but to me, it's also because I told you something weird. In Italy, I don't have friends. Normal people. I have only famous artist friends. The anchorman, musician, actor. No, they help me because, for example, for each of my book, they do a video. There is also some of those videos with the English subtitles. The book trailer, for example, the voiceover of the book trailer is a famous singer in Italy. This the last one, this one, as a linear note from a popular singer in Italy. They did the linear note for each book. So my friends are famous. So the problem they have I meet them sometimes when they arrive in a city near to me, but I don't have so much normal friends in Italy. And I have more friends in US now. It's weird. Friends only virtual, like you, Shartemus, Zakot is a dear friend of mine. So it sounds weird. So I need to pick a fly and go there. So the reason why I want to do Toy Fair also that, because yes, it's a job as a YouTuber. It's also gratified to be there like a selected YouTuber, but also in some way I can meet many friends in 4 days, no, for example.
Sure, yeah.
Also because also you as a Horsemen, you are in Toy Fair in Jeddah, I think.
What's that?
Toy Fair. You will be at your Toy Fair as a Horsemen studio?
I don't think we're going to do it this year. We did it last year. It was, I don't think that we're ready to do that. We tried to do it a few years ago and it wasn't quite right for us then either. So this
Okay,
year, I don't think we're going to be doing it.
So in 2025, probably you will not there.
Right.
March.
Yeah, 2025.
Yeah, because in
It'll
March,
probably be 2026, maybe.
But however, if I will be there, Eric told me that New Jersey is 20 minutes from New York. It's not
Yeah,
so
it's
far.
like our studio from New York City is probably about 20 or 30 minutes from there. So
I will be
not a
there to
problem.
knock the door to meet you in person. You
Absolutely.
You live in New Jersey, Little Falls, or in another town?
I live in Lake Hiawatha, but it's only
Okay.
like a 20-minute ride for me to get to the studio.
There is,
So it's
I
not a
think
problem.
that in this area there is also a town called Woodland Park. That's right.
Yep, I know Woodland Park. Yep, which
You-
used to be West Patterson, and
Right.
there was an East Patterson too, and East Patterson became, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like an EP letter, so they didn't have to change their initials. And
Okay.
West Patterson became Woodland Park so they don't have to change their initials.
Okay.
It remains WP, which I don't know. Whatever.
Because some my novels in not this one, not the last one, but sometimes the location of my story are in US. For example, there is a
Gotcha.
story that I finished. Actually, is the book that I sent to those US literary agents. Is a story that take place. Is a thriller that take place in Maine, in New Jersey, in California. So when you do a novel like that, you need to do research, no, to be more credible the story, no, it's important. So I discovered.
What type of when it takes place in New Jersey, what type of surroundings is it? Because Woodland Park, it's somewhat urban, somewhat of a city, but not a large city.
Yeah. Take place in those little town like Woodland Park, like Little Falls, this little town.
I think that works then.
Because the place, but I do research. I use also I virtually visit the location also.
There you go.
So I watch Google Earth. I watch because each view is each street to understand is something that I imagined before works. Because in general, in the first draft, I pick some area, and only later during the research I change something. No, but during the research, for example, the story that I work now, is take place on the San Francisco area. And on an island that's called the Isle of Guadalupe. No, it's an island there. And now that I do research to find the right zone of San Francisco that can work for this scenery in my mind. So a lot of research, but I like that. It's not that. So also because my story works for sometimes, for example, this one. The place, the name of the characters, not you, because you are inside the story,
right?
With your name, because the you is the main protagonist, but the other character has an English name in general. But the location are not real. Can be everywhere, especially in the US, but they're not typical a real city. No, sometimes I do something like that with. Imaginary location, imaginary city. Sometimes not. For example, the trilogy that I showed you before, 2 of the 3 books take place in Japan, and the other one in Kuwait because of the story. The first one that they published was in France, for example. Depends of the story. It's another way to travel, right? In some way,
Travel with your brain.
Yeah.
If not physically, mentally at least.
Yeah, but I wanna be. But beside that, I wanna be. If I will be at a fair, I told to my girlfriend, remember, after 25 we take a day to go to the studio because I want to meet the guys
Yeah.
in some way because it's time to meet you in person. Come on.
If you do that, make sure you let me know beforehand so I can make plans
Yeah,
to go into the studio.
absolutely, because I know that probably months before, because
Sure.
I will discover probably around November if I will be on Toy Fair or October. So
But you'll have to remember to remind me a few days before because
yeah.
I'm very
Like
forgetful.
tonight, I
Yes.
remember you. No problem, because I understand it because I'm super busy as well. So when you have so many stuff in your mind, you can remember everything.
I
Sometimes I
get that.
forgot. I remember something that is a shame of me. The first interview with Nate Barch that I
Yeah.
did back in 2021. At that time, this show was really busy. One interview every week, sometimes two, and I forgot the day with Nate.
Oops.
It was a shame of me. So I remember that. Why I forgot that? But then we did 5 shows together because I have too many things in my mind. Now I'm so deep in writing stuff.
Yeah.
Now on this channel, because on this channel since October 20, since when I restart to writing, was a
Yeah.
super busy channel also about toy news for everything. Now I slow down a little bit. I do some toy news sometimes for some brand, but not for everything. I prefer do live interview to promote something.
Yeah.
I prefer do reviews stop motion, but I slow down a little bit because I need to have five hours every day to writing. This is my
Yeah.
main things now. So I slowed down a little bit because I was crazy at the time. I was like a machine. And sometimes to during San Diego Comic Con, I upload probably 67 videos on the channel, for example, to
Yeah.
cover each different brand. But
Wow.
last year, I was crazy. In 2023, maybe was the most crazy year for this channel because sometimes 14 videos every day of news, but was too
Wow.
much in my opinion.
That's a
Now
lot.
I slow down because I need to work on my writing stuff now. Because looks like that bird charts works. Let's see, is right.
Yep.
Because absolutely, when I mentioned before, when the Rocco's wife told me that in the chat was, come on, it's impossible back to writing. I'm super busy to do my video right here. It's impossible. And, and then was May. In October, I find a publisher. I rewrite the story because it's not easy. Transform like a Transformers, transform a book of
Transformers.
a book at the 600 page in 3 books. No,
Yeah.
you need to reschedule the chapter,
Yep.
change the structure. Was a big
Because there has
big
to be in each book, there has to be a start and a finish, and then there
yeah.
has to be a whole continuous story through all 3 books. So
The good thing is that in this story there is the main story of you reader protagonist, another
right.
5 stories, so you can it's like a puzzle. No, you move that, it can work. So but because I discovered that also writing that the agent, for example, for different genre, you have a
Mhm.
words count limits. No, and for example, the book that I propose now is a book of over 400K words. No, and it's too
400
much.
case words.
Yeah, over 460, 460,000 words.
Oh wow. Oh, 460,000. That's what you meant by K. Gotcha.
Yeah. So yes, for K
Gotcha.
I mean thousand. So and there are limits. So also for that, an agent suggests me split the book in two. I give a second chance. So and give me second chance for the full agency. And
Yeah.
so I send the so now we have 2 books with the same detective, and the other are still working now because I want to build a series of this detective.
Yeah.
And also because it was written in the birth chart. This word sounds weird.
It was
Because
written in what?
in the birth chart, the
Oh,
Rocco's
right.
wife was
Yeah.
tell that I become famous with detective story. And
Huh.
so it's interesting because at the time my incomplete books was about a detective. It's
Huh.
the first time ever because there is also a detective in this one, but it's only one of the 5 story, one of the 5 person that you go inside as a protagonist. It's different. This book that I proposed, the Good Day, I sent to 226 agents. Actually,
Yeah.
it's even more because now with the second chance made is other 14 agents. It's about a
Wow.
detective. So let's see if it works. And
Fingers
also,
crossed.
yeah, we need to understand. We are 10 minutes left. Is someone in the chat has a question for my beautiful guest? Is your time because we are almost to the end of the show. But don't worry, CB, we return because CB is like a solid guest of the show now.
What am I? Is it the 5th time I've been on the show now?
This is number 5 with you. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Nate's at number 5 too, right?
Yeah. Name number
Yeah.
5. There
I
are
have to come
other
back on
guests.
soon so I can beat him.
Yeah. And also, I believe also Chartemus 5 episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I got to do 6 just to beat everybody.
And you need to beat the other 2 guests because Brian Flynn has 8 episodes.
8. Wow.
Yeah. And Zakot, I believe, 10 episodes.
Wow. All right.
So
Never
you need
mind.
to go back again, my friend,
Yeah.
because you need to be the number 1, man. So the last 10 minutes to go random again. And let's see. Just a speculation. I don't want to put you in. You are the boss, so you are not in trouble. But you do you think it's possible in the wandering future to have another new line from the
Oh,
Horsemen?
yeah. Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. Because when we decided on Mythic Legions, we created the name Legions because we wanted people to collect and build armies of these characters. And we also, I mean, because we wanted to expand this, we, expand. Our thought was we would do Cosmic Legions, which at one time was called Galactic Legions. And we kind of changed the name because Star Wars had a lot of things coming up called Galactic whatever, so we changed it to Cosmic Legions. And then there are other types of legions that we already have potential plans for.
Cool.
That it could go on and on forever.
I can imagine Western Legions, for example.
Yeah. But the thing is, if we did something like a Western Legions, it would have to be something different. It couldn't just be cowboys, Indians, the classic cowboys and Indians. It would have to have a little bit of a twist to it somehow.
Maybe more steampunk, a mix between steampunk and Western, maybe.
No, there's already a steampunk Legions too that we're planning to do. No, we've written down lots of different types of legions. Like I have a whole, it's on my phone. I have a whole list of probably about 10 or 15 different kinds of legions that we might eventually do at some point. There's I've have down like prehistoric legions and like you just said, steampunk, that kind of thing. So yeah, if we did a Western Legions, everything I think that we do has to have a little bit of a twist to take it away from reality. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously Cosmic Legions, because it's such far-flung future and it's on different planets. That's obviously a difference in the type of reality that we have here. But even Mythic Legions, when you look at classic knights and barbarian warriors and stuff like that, it's Mythic Legions is different. It's like a little bit more fantasy than reality. And we would plan to do anything like that we would want to do. It would have to be slightly based in a fantastic realm rather than a reality.
Yeah, I understand. I am agree also, because in some way I try to do the same things with my novels, because something that can be related with reality but can open new door, So new door in another dimension, because the art, in my opinion, is really strong. Also, when you give you an escape about the real world, you can see something similar, the attitude of the people, or the good guys, the shade of gray and the personality. They reflect also the real life, but put you in another world. It's like the pleasure of reading. When you read a book, I don't want to read a book that told me about whatever things in the reality. I don't care about it. You watch the news on TV for that.
We live in the reality. There's no need for that.
Exactly. I want something that could be an escape. Like when I have an experience for that. I have sometimes struggle with bad moments when I got a new figures. I remember Duban. When I got Duban, I was really sad. And when I touch the figure, I go inside this world. Was really important to take a break. It's important that.
That's a little bit insane to me, because we've heard multiple times now that people have contacted us and said, I was at a really low place, and then I discovered, say, Mythic Legions or Cosmic Legions or something, and it really brought me out of that and gave me a little bit of a purpose in life. And to me, that's amazing, because we just want to make awesome toys. We never thought that, these could make a real difference in people's lives. And that's just fantastic that it does that.
And this is the role of the art. It's like a book. When you read a book, you escape,
Yes.
This is a perfect demonstration that Mythic Legions is not just a toy line, but it's an art. Because the effect is the same of a book, of a movie, or of a song. And speaking of song, it's time to go back to the piano. You can find somewhere in New Jersey, in a town called Little Falls, the Horsemen Studios is a group of great guys, family business, you can say. They make awesome figures, builds new worlds for you. So guys that you watch right now, go right now after the show to horsemen.com and do your own in pre-order of the new wave of Cosmic Legions. And thank you so much, CB. It's the number 5 for your show with me. So you need to be again to have maybe 20 episodes. So, as always, is like finally I able to meet a friend once again in this virtual bar. So thank you so much, CB, to come back on the show.
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. And thank Barbara for allowing you a couple of hours to spend with me too.
Yeah, my Barbara probably now is go to sleep, but she's so kind that prepared to me a lasagna because she is awesome to do food, Italian food.
Oh my goodness.
And tiramisu, tiramisu is a cake.
Oh yes.
And lasagna is my favorite foods. And
it's mine too. Lasagna is the most perfect food. It's my favorite food. Every year on my birthday, I get somebody to make a lasagna for me.
With air every night in the night because it's hot. I eat it at 4 a.m. in the balcony, my dinner.
Wow.
Actually, now it's 5 a.m. After the show, I go to eat my lasagna on the balcony. Then I will work 1 hour. Then I will work 1 hour to the book. And then I will do a walk. Because when you stay too much on the desk, you start to have back pain. Nate Borch gave me good advice at that time. Walk. If you walk, you stay better. So I walk after writing.
Oh, that's good.
A little bit. So thank you so much. But before to say goodbye, my friends, everybody, watch this little fun video. Thanks for watching, my friends. And please smash that button, my friends. Please smash and subscribe. Help this channel to go to 100k subscribers, my friends. It's my dream. Please give me your love, guys. But also, guys, leave a comment and share this video with your friends, guys. But also, my friends, consider to become a patron to choose the next content of the channel. And also, my friends, become a member to be my guest in my show. That's right. And now you can see this video, or maybe this other video, or maybe another interview, reviews, unboxing, stop motion, tutorial, and more for you guys. So thanks for watching. Thank you so much. And subscribe, my friends. And so long, everybody. So long, my friends.